Still looking for Matthew Travis Tidwell. Matthew Tidwell, if you're in the house, we need you. Magic.
Let's give a warm Walker Stadium welcome to our umpires. In the field, Michael Green, and behind home plate, Isaac McAllister.
Yeah, let's do it.
That's pretty good, actually. For your own personal safety and the safety of all those around you, please be aware that while Batman leave the playing field at any time and enter the spectator areas. Please pay attention while you enjoy the game.
Well, good evening once again, baseball fans. Welcome wherever you may be. It's time again for Pickles Baseball. I'm Mike Chex, and I'm working alongside Gary, Crow, Mo, Andrew, and Daryl, along with many others. And we will be bringing you all the action tonight. And for the 4 games left here at Walker Stadium in the 2023 West Coast League regular season. Also joining us back in the booth tonight, Joey Cena, announcer for the Cowlitz Black Bears. Glad to have him back in. For more on today's game theme and the introduction of our ball game, we're going to send it down to our public address announcers, the talented and funny Jeremiah Coughlin and the irreplaceable Joe Simons. All right, y'all. I jumped the gun. I knew it was going to happen.
Joe, you got a favorite comic book?
Whoa. Favorite comic book? It is PickleCon night, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm just going to say flat out no. I don't
No.
have one. Do
Yeah,
you? Are you
no.
a comics boy?
Never was.
No.
I don't watch the movies. I don't do any of it.
Do you know who Thanos is?
Yeah.
Generally?
Yeah, I guess I do. I've seen some of those. I don't know.
They're okay.
The Marvel Universe stuff.
Boy, we are really selling PickleCon right now, aren't we?
Walker Stadium, who likes the comic books? Make some noise.
Do you kids like comic books?
All right, get these nerds out of here. No, I'm just kidding. They sold themselves out. Get them out. Security will escort you all out. No, you're welcome here. It's going to be fine. Yeah, I don't know. Just wasn't something that happened. Wasn't a comic book kid. We got a lot of different stuff, though. We got people wearing full-on costumes. We got furries.
I saw
don't know
Tails. Yeah, there are Tails.
There's Pickle Rick over here. That's terrifying, actually. Yeah, that's really. I'm gonna have nightmares about that for sure, honestly. But you know, I like that people are leaning in.
Yeah.
Commissioner's wearing an Incredible Hulk shirt. Come on, who doesn't love that? Let's hear it for Rob Nyer, the commissioner of our league, everybody.
The commish.
The commish, the man in charge. We got some cool stuff coming up tonight, though.
Big night. Big night.
6 o'clock start. What about who's your favorite Batman, Joe?
Oh, I'm Team Keaton.
Michael Keaton's your favorite Batman?
Batman Returns is not only the best Batman movie, but the best superhero movie ever made.
Okay.
What about you? Are you a Bale boy?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know anything. Heath Ledger's my favorite Batman.
I love that.
That's how much I know. No, I don't know. I'm probably with you. Maybe Val Kilmer?
I think it's fun to argue for Val Kilmer.
Chris O'Donnell? He was a Batman, wasn't he?
Alicia Silverstone.
Adam West is my favorite Batman.
Nice.
Huh? Huh? Kapow?
This is a big Adam West crowd, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, they do. They love it. All right.
Shall we?
Yeah.
Welcome back to Walker Stadium for tonight's matchup between the Cowlitz Black Bears and your Portland Pickles. I'm Joe Simons, your public address announcer. That redheaded man down there in the field is your on-field host, Jeremiah Coughlin. This is game 36 of the 2023 regular season that will be played at the Walk. And as we've alluded to, it is PickleCon presented by Quantum Fiber and Little League Sunday presented by Toyota. My stars, do we have a special ceremonial first pitch this evening? Are we ready?
Oh, he's ready, bro.
Oh, our ceremonial first pitch tonight is going to be thrown out by season ticket holder and launchable winner, Matt Warford.
Unfortunately, Matt couldn't make it tonight.
Oh, no.
Instead, you know who it is.
Gandalf
and you know
the
what he's got
Grey.
to say. You know what's going to happen. It is Matt, but let's hear it for him, huh? It's Gandalf the Grey.
Walking at a wizard's pace, yes.
Yes.
Big hand for Matt, everybody.
Come on, say it. We want you to say it. Do you need the microphone? Yeah! You shall not throw a strike. Oh, he's got the pipe and everything. Wow. How fantastic. Let's hear it for Matt, everybody. Launch a ball winner.
Dedicated season ticket holder. One of the nicest guys in the park.
We love you, Matt. See, that's how you can dress up and not wear tights like some of our interns today. You know?
With that, it is now time to meet the starters for tonight's game. First for the visiting Cowlitz Black Bears. Leading off, the designated hitter from Dallas Baptist U, number 18, Ian Riley. Batting second, playing center from UC Santa Barbara, number 8, Latrey McCullough. Batting third, playing short from Iowa Western Community College, number 2, AJ Singer. Batting cleanup for Cowlitz, the first baseman from UC San Diego, number 50, Brandon Larson. Batting fifth, the third baseman from University of Connecticut, number 34, Chris Brown. Batting sixth and playing right, number 15, Seth Stroh. Batting seventh, the catcher from Cal State Fullerton, number 30, Max Ortega. Batting eighth and playing left from Clark Community College, number 7, Carter Monda. And batting ninth for Cowlitz and playing second from Cal State Fullerton, number 19, Eli Lopez. Starting on the mound from UC San Diego, number 40, Spencer Seed. The Black Bears are managed by Kelly Stinnett. Walker Stadium, are you ready to meet your Pickles? Leading off and playing right from the University of Hawaii, number 9, Nigel Calderon. Batting second, your shortstop from Cal Poly, number 5, Peanut Alejandro Garza. Batting third, your designated hitter from St. Mary's, number 1, Dalton Mayshore. Batting cleanup for the Picks and playing left from University of Nevada, number 44, Jesse Pierce. Batting fifth and playing first from Cal Poly, number 34, Evan Cloyd. Batting sixth, your second baseman from Long Beach State, number 10, Armando Briseño. Batting seventh, patrolling the hot corner from University of Oregon, number 41, Jackson Jaha.
Dang it, Bobby.
Batting eighth, your man behind the plate from University of Hawaii, number 11, Blake Haraki. And in center field from Cal State Bakersfield, number 16, Kyler Stancato.
Dango Stangato.
Starting on the bump for your Pickles from Cal State Fullerton, number 42, Jesse Alfaro. The Pickles are coached by Griffin Williams, Brian Grant, and Jordan Barkus. The associate head coach of the Picks is Jim Hopple. The Pickles are managed by Mark Max Magdaleno. At this time, we ask that if you are able, please stand, remove your hats, and direct your attention to the flag in left field for our national anthem sung by Natalie Mann.
Oh, see, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets wriggling, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Natalie Mann.
Just been so spoiled this year, Jeremiah, with these beautiful renditions we've had.
A lot of good anthems this year.
Including yours.
Yeah.
Who was here when Jeremiah sang "Oh Canada"?
Oh, I was definitely here when Jeremiah sang "Oh Canada." Welcome in, baseball friends. Glad to have you along here at Walker Stadium. Game 3 of the 3-game series between the Portland Pickles and the Cowlitz Black Bears. Cowlitz currently riding a 5-game winning streak, finding themselves second place overall in the West Coast League South, third place overall. Your Pickles currently in 4th place overall in the West Coast League South. We've got West Coast League Commissioner Rob Dyer joining us for a conversation in the 4th inning. Always good to have him on the broadcast. You are watching number 42, Jesse Alfaro, take his warm-up pitches for your Pickles. This will be Alfaro's 8th game, his 4th game started. 1.47 ERA and a 2-0 record. Struck out 20, walked 12, and has only allowed 3 earned runs. He is throwing to Blake Haraki behind the plate. Evan Cloyd at first, Armando Briseño at second, Alejandro Garza at short. Jackson Jaha patrolling third base this evening. It's going to be Jesse Pierce, Kyler Stancato, and Nigel Calderon, your outfielders from left to right. Ian Riley, Latre McCollum, and A.J. Singer due up in the first inning for the Cowlitz Black Bears. 80 degrees and sunny in the Lents neighborhood of Portland, Oregon. A wind at 6 miles out of the west by northwest. 6 o'clock game time on a Sunday means the shadows are still limited to portions of the outfield. That, of course, will change as the game goes on. Tonight's over-under set for 2 hours and 40 minutes. Overs lead in the press box 4-2. First pitch over for a strike at 6:13 p.m. 0-1. Next pitch missing away. Count goes to 1-1. Tom Jones hanging out in the chat. Debbie, glad to have you along as always. I saw Idaho Mash checking in. 1-1 pitch in there for a strike. Count goes to 1-2. Looks like we got friends from the north joining us as well. Some Cowlitz Black Bears fans in the chat. Glad to have you along tonight. Enjoy the ride. 1-2 pitch on the way. Swung on and missed. Ian Riley down on strikes. First strikeout for Jesse Alfaro. Ron the K-Man out in left field, going to hang that first one.
From UC Santa Barbara, number 8, Trey McCall.
Center fielder Latre McCollum steps in. Latre 0 for 7 this series, does have a run scored though. Pitch on the way, over for a strike. Alfaro doesn't waste much time. Oh, one pitch on the way, misses outside. Count evens up at 1-1. PickleCon here tonight at the park, in addition to Little League Sunday. Always love Little League Sunday. 1-1 pitch on the way, swung on, fouled off into the netting. Almost comes all the way back to our home plate umpire, Isaac McAllister. Michael Green, your umpire in the field.
A very modest line at the party deck right now, by the way.
McCollum knocks the dirt off his cleats and stands back in. Alfaro has his sign. 1-2 pitch on the way. Outside, ball 2. That one at 79 miles an hour just missed off the plate. Michael Summers checking in. Glad to have you along, friend. Checking in from work. Good job. Wind to the 2-2 pitch on the way. Swung on and hit through the hole on the left side. That's going to get through for a base hit. Latre McCollum aboard with a single. Jesse Pierce gets the ball back into the infield. I'm glad I could make it too, Tom. Thank you much. Should be a fun game tonight. With a little luck, these two teams will be seeing each other in the postseason as well. Alfaro's got his sign. Pitch on the way. Spoiled foul into the parking lot. Count goes to 0-1. Glance over to first base as Alfaro comes set. Throw over to first base and Latre McCollum diving back safely. Alfaro set at the belt. 0-1 pitch on the way in the dirt. Nice stop by Hiraki. Count goes to 1-1. 4 games left here at Walker Stadium in the West Coast League regular season, friends. Game 3 of the 3-game series against the Springfield Drifters taking place tomorrow. Regular 7:05 start time on that. Another throw over to first. McCollum back safely once again. Alfaro now with the 1-1 to the plate, misses outside. Hiraki couldn't find the handle on that. Latre McCollum swipes second base. Thank you much, Tom. Always enjoy the interview with Coach Maggs. Maggs went a little off the board with the pick of Bugs Bunny. Yeah, no, that was a little kind of like that. His reasoning was good. 2-1 pitch on the way. Check swing, doesn't matter. Over for a strike. That one in at 89 miles an hour. Count goes to 2-2 on A.J. Singer. So chat friends, the fourth question that was asked of Maggs this evening was, if you were starting a ball club, 2-2 pitch, misses outside, ball 3 again. Nice stop by Hiraki. If you were starting a ball club and could draft one superhero to play any position, who would it be and where would they play? Alfaro comes set, looks back at second, and again, 3-2 pitch on the way, swung on, popped up. Hiraki headed back, but that's going to be near the party deck, just off to the side. Run, Little Leaguers, run! Tom, I love that you pulled up that Bugs Bunny cartoon. That is one of my favorites, actually. So, Latre McCollum on at second base, A.J. Singer at the plate. Count is full, 1 down here, top of the first inning. Jesse comes set, looks back at second. 3-2 pitch on the way, swung on, popped up right field. Nigel Calderon goes back, makes the catch in front of the warning track, fires the ball back in. Latrey McCollum takes off for third and makes it safely. F9, the put out on A.J. Singer. So Cowlitz with a runner on third, 2 down. That'll bring up first baseman Brandon Larson. Jesse's first pitch of the at-bat, low. Haraki busy behind the plate so far this inning. Larson, the left-hander, steps back in. Jesse comes set. 1-0 pitch now, swung on, and that one's taken out to left field, and that is going to get down for a base hit. Latrey McCollum going to come in and score easily. Chugging around first and heading for second, Brandon Larson, he is in with a stand-up RBI double. Cowlitz already on the board.
Now batting the third baseman from the University of Connecticut, number 34, Chris Brown.
So another runner in scoring position for Cowlitz, and that'll bring up third baseman, number 34, Chris Brown. Larson gets a lead out at second. Alfaro set, looks back, pitch on the way, swung on, popped foul. That one headed out to the parking lot. Another great crowd here at Walker Stadium. Right field berm is full, which means the left one is probably packed. Look back towards second, 0-1, misses high at 88. Looks like nearly all, if not all, of the picnic, Mr. Plywood picnic benches out in the outfield spoken for. 1-1 pitch on the way, swung on, popped up right side. Going back on the ball, Evan Cloyd. Just inside fair territory. P3 the put out, and that'll do it for the Black Bears here in the first inning. 1 run on 2 base hits, no errors, and 1 runner left on. To the bottom of the first we go. 1-0 Cowlitz.
Tired of beer that's just too bland? Not a problem anymore! Introducing the amazing Voodoo Ranger IPA. It's bright, hoppy, and comes in a variety of options. Plus, you can take it almost anywhere. Stop drinking boring beer. Instead, join the many others living rangerously today. But wait, there's more. Call 833-V-RANGER. That's 833-V-RANGER to get free rangerousness. Live rangerously today. Call now.
And V-Bolt display. Merch area for a chance to win a V-Bolt Sensora, Hill City Edition. Give micromobility a try this summer and keep your head on a swivel. Pickle named Clinton, wielding a V-Bolt Cirrus earbike.
Welcome back, baseball friends. Number 40, Spencer Sid on the mound, left-handed pitcher from the University of California at San Diego. This will be his 6th game, his 5th start. 2-1 record so far this season, a 0.90 ERA. He's given up 3 runs, 2 of those earned, walked 9, and struck out 14. He is throwing to Max Ortega, who was behind the plate. Brandon Larson at first, Eli Lopez at second, Chris Brown at third, A.J. Singer, the shortstop. Carter Monda, Latrey McCollum, and Seth Stroh, the outfielders from left to right.
Leading off for the Pickles.
Yes, Pax, there are ads.
Number 9, Nigel.
Welcome to the broadcast. Glad to have you along. It's funny because I'm standing here next to the Cowlitz Black Bears announcer Joey Cena listening to him read ads, so I'm I'm sure you've experienced those before. First pitch missing outside, ball 1. Daniel Taggart checking in. Glad to have you along, friend. Nigel Calderon, Alejandro Garza, and Dalton Mayshore here in the first. 1-0 pitch on the way, outside, ball 2. 2-0. Calderon takes practice swing and steps back in. Sid with the 2-0 pitch. That one over for a strike at 87. Count goes to 2-1 on the flying Lanyan. Sid into his motion, 2-1 pitch over for a strike at 88. Ron the K-Man checking in from left field. Grant had asked if we could see him under the scoreboard. Unfortunately, no, friend. With the protective netting behind home plate and then the chain link fence out in the outfield, I can't see out there. That's fair. Yeah. Calderon trying to wipe the dirt out of his eye. Looks like he's ready now. He steps back in. The count is 2-2. Pitch on the way, swung on and bounced foul. So we'll reset and do it again. Calderon gets the bat back for Max Ortega. Takes a deep breath as he stands back in. Spencer Sid with the 2-2 pitch. Check swing. Did not go. Count goes full, 3-2. We have so much stuff going on here at the ballpark tonight. 3-2 pitch on the way. Swung on, hit to the left side. Chopper. Chris Brown's got it. Throws across the diamond in time. 5-3 the put out on Nigel Calderon. In the middle of the second inning, we've got a costume contest. Middle of the third is the pickle juice drinking contest per the norm. In the middle of the fourth, we've got a lightsaber duel. Middle of the fifth, dizzy bat. And middle of the sixth, Dylan versus Flash race. Alejandro Garza to the plate. First pitch he sees misses away at 91. Ball 1. Garza from Cal Poly awaits the 1-0. Just misses at 89. Count goes to 2-0. Garza batting in the 2 spot tonight. Takes a look at the 2-0, which misses outside. Ball 3. 3-0. That one just missing low as well. 88 miles an hour on that last pitch. Sid rocks and deals. 3-0 pitch in there at 88. Count moves to 3-1. Shadows just starting to touch the infield dirt at second base. 3-1 pitch swung on. Blooper out to shallow center field. Latrey McCollum comes in and makes the snag. P8 the put out on Garza.
Next up in the pits, your designated hitter from St. Mary's, number 1, Dalton Mayshore.
2 away here in the bottom of the first inning. That's going to bring up designated hitter Dalton Mayshore. Mayshore from St. Mary's College twirls the bat around. First pitch he sees tonight misses high and away at 88. Ball 1. One-0 pitch on the way now, misses up and away at 87. Ball 2. Nice stop by Ortega. Sid's got his sign, brings in the 2-0 pitch, outside at 86. Mayshore ahead in the count, 3-0. Spencer's next pitch over for a strike at 85. 3-1 pitch now, misses outside, ball 4. Dalton Mayshore works a 2-out walk.
There we go. Starts here. Here's your left fielder from University of Nevada. Number 44, Jesse Pierce.
Left fielder Jesse Pierce to the plate. Mayshore gets a lead at first. First pitch misses at 87, ball 1. Squeezy is here at the ballpark, or here in the chat, or both. 1-0 pitch on the way, runner goes, pitch low. Sorry, Gary, that was a stolen base, yes. All right, just want to make sure. Runs like rabbit, yes indeed. 1-1 pitch on the way, swung on, inside out swing, that one into right field. Seth Stroh wanders over a few steps, able to make the catch. F9, the put out on Jesse Pierce, and that'll do it for your Pickles here in the first. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 runner left on. Through one frame here at Walker Stadium, 1-0 Black Bears.
Hey, don't judge me. I'm waiting to run my dishwasher and get my laundry done after this peak time event is over. You know, those times when you get rewarded for shifting your energy use away from the times when energy use is high or prices are expensive. And when we all just shift a little, it helps bring more sustainable resources into the mix. So relax. Learn more about shifting energy today at portlandgeneral.com/shift.
Welcome back, friends. It's going to be Seth Stroh, Max Ortega, and Carter Monda here in the top of the second inning. First pitch swung on and missed. Seth going with the off-speed pitch there, 77 miles an hour, 0-1. That one off the inside of the bat, a comebacker to Jesse Alfaro. Bobbled it at first, recovered, and made the throw over to first in time. 1-3, the put out on Seth Stroh. One away for Black Bears catcher Max Ortega. Watches the first pitch fly by at 88 miles an hour. 0-1. Alfaro not afraid to work quickly. That pitch missing outside at 77. Count evens up at 1-1. It's the first time we've seen Ortega this series. Next pitch missing, 2-1. Alfaro walks around the backside of the mound, steps back up on the rubber. 2-1 pitch on the way. That one in there for a strike at 87. Count goes to 2-2. Winding the pitch on the way in the dirt. Said it before, we'll say it again. Probably multiple times tonight. Nice stop by Hiraki. Ortega steps back in. Taps home plate and twirls the bat. He's ready. Alfaro with the 3-2 pitch. Popped foul right side. Anybody? Somebody catch that. Nope. And I saw 0 little leaguers run in the direction of that baseball. I'm a little sad. Jesse's 3-2 once again. Swung on and missed. Second strikeout for Jesse Alfaro. Max Ortega put away, 2 down. Ron the K-Man out there in left field.
Now batting left fielder from Clark Community College, number 7, Carter Armando.
Left fielder Carter Monda steps in. Offers at the first pitch and comes up empty, 0-1. Monda from Clark Community College awaits the 0-1 pitch inside. Count evens up at 1-1. Next pitch swung on, bounced foul just past the Pickles dugout on the third base side. Tom, you did pole vaulting? That's rad. When I was younger, I wanted to do that, and then I got old enough to get to start track and field and learned that I'm not running anywhere. 1-2 pitch on the way, swung on, popped up right field. Going back on the ball, Nigel Calderon circles around, comes in, makes the catch. F9, the put out on Monda, and that'll do it for the Black Bears here in the top of the second. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. Friends, it is time for the costume contest. I'm going to kick that down to Joe Simons and Jeremiah Coughlin.
Oh, yeah, we got some people. Come on, JT, get it together. Golly. All right, here they come. Who else? Just those two? All right, just these two, I guess. Oh, JT is one of the contestants. Okay. Let's hear, it's going to be a audience participation vote. Is that what that is? Say it again. Okay, let's hear it for She-Ra, Princess of Power. Who also twerks, I guess. Let's hear it for Pickle Rick of My Nightmares. And once again, Gandalf the Grey, everyone. Showing a little leg off. All right, that was really close. JT. Warren. Matt. I gotta give it to Warren, everybody. Let's hear it. Pickle Rick.
Leading off the bottom of the second.
Let's be honest, friends. Pickle Rick deserved to win that. Well done. Well done. Now, take nothing away that Gandorf, that was a great costume, but I do feel like that Pickle Rick should have won that. Evan Cloyd, Armando Briseño, and Jackson Jaha here in the bottom of the second inning. First pitch missing, ball 1. It's going to be like that all night, friends. 1-0 pitch on the way, swung on, hammered foul. That one's headed for the parking lot. Cloyd stands back in. 1-1 pitch on the way, swung on, fouled off the plate. Count goes to 1-2. Cloyd, of course, as you know, from Cal Poly. Sid with the 1-2 pitch, swung on, and that one popped foul. Isaac McAllister out to dust off home plate before this at-bat continues. Sid working from the third base side of the rubber. 1-2 pitch on the way, swung on, popped, foul. No, there is no half swing with Cloyd, at least very, very rarely. Spencer has his sign. 1-2 pitch on the way. That one was outside from the beginning. Gandalf's got some nice seats on the first base side there, it looked like. 2-2 pitch on the way, swung on, popped up. Center field, right center to be specific. Latrey McCullum's going to make the catch. F8 to put out on Evan Cloyd.
Now batting, the second baseman from Long Beach State, number 10, Armando Briseño.
Playing second base tonight, Armando Briseño steps in. First pitch he sees over for a strike. Since Mecho's injury, Briseño has been playing mostly at shortstop, but tonight getting the chance to play second base as that pitch misses 1-1. 1-1 pitch on the way, low and inside. Nice stop by Ortega. Count moves to 2-1. Sid has his sign. 2-1 on the way. Swung on, and that one taken into left center field. That one gets down for a base hit. I thought Carter Mondo was going to have a chance at that. Was not able to grab it. Briseño in with a single. Andrew Babcock checking in. Glad to have you along, friend. Welcome.
Now batting, your third baseman from University of Oregon, number 41, Jackson Jaha.
Jackson Jaha to the plate. 1 on, 1 down, bottom second. Cowlitz staking themselves to an early 1-0 lead. First pitch inside, ball 1. It has been a while, friend. Hope you've been enjoying the season up there. 1-0 pitch on the way. Misses low at 86. Count goes to 2-0. Sid may not be getting some of these calls, but he is very close to the plate with his pitches. 2-0 pitch on the way. Outside, ball 3. John N. checking in. Glad you could join us tonight. Sid looks over at first, now brings in the 3-0 pitch, and outside, ball 4. So Briseño down to second, Jaha aboard with the free 90-foot pass. Ortega out to have a conversation with Spencer Sid. Just the two of them out there on the mound. Blake Haraki waits.
Now batting, your catcher from University of Hawaii, number 11, Blake Haraki.
Rocky stands in. First pitch to the right-hander, over for a strike. Haraki thought about swinging, did not all the way, but didn't matter. That one was in there at 86. Briseño gets his lead at second, 0-1 on the way in the dirt. Count evens up at 1-1. Briseño being held on by Eli Lopez. Eli takes his normal position now as the pitch comes in, swung out to center field. Nope, right center field. Seth Stroh to make the catch where everybody's got to stay. F9 the put out on Hiraki.
Next up for the Picks, the center fielder from Cal State.
Broken sprinkler pipe. Good Lord, Idaho. I'm sorry. Wow. Two away as Stancato stands in. Has a chance to even this up. Sid looks back at second. Pitch on the way, swung on. Little blooper towards short. Picked up barehanded, throw to first in time. 6-3 the put out on Kyler Stancato, and that is it for the Pickles here in the bottom of the second inning. No runs, one hit, no errors, and 2 runners left on. We are headed to the top of the third inning here at Walker Stadium. Still 1-0 Black Bears.
When the worst happens, you don't have time to guess where to take your emergency. Just head to Adventist Health Portland with their dedicated nurses, CNAs, and support staff. Team up with OHSU physicians.
Come to Oaks Park, where there's great fun for everyone. You won't want to wait, 'cause the good times are so much fun.
Oaks Amusement Park is open for family fun Tuesday through Sunday all summer long. Located in Southeast Portland, a visit to the Oaks is an easy way to enjoy some quality family time while creating memories that will last a lifetime. Come for rides. Come for roller skating. Come for mini golf. Come for games. Come for the smiles on the faces of your friends and family as they enjoy the safe, wholesome fun of Oregon's historic amusement park. Make your visit on a weekday and save with summer discount deals, courtesy of Oaks Park's community partners. Check out oakspark.com to view this year's deals and plan your family fun.
Oaks Amusement Park.
Welcome back, friends. Eli Lopez, Ian Riley, and Latrey McCollum due up for Cowlitz here in the third inning. Shadows starting to creep into the infield now. First pitch, top 3, misses away at 89, ball 1. Wide in the 1-0 pitch. Misses 88, ball 2. So I have figured this out, and I might have an easy way to explain it. 2-0 pitch on the way, misses ball 3. So the team that won the first half will enter the playoffs as the #1 seed in the West Coast League South. The team that wins the second half will enter the playoffs as the #2 seed. 3-0 pitch on the way, misses ball 4. So 4-pitch walk to Eli Lopez. Leadoff runner aboard for Cowlitz. First time that's happened tonight. Lineup turns over. Ian Riley, designated hitter, returns to the plate. First pitch over for a strike at 88, 0-1. Thank you much, James. So, first half winner seed 1, second half winner seed 2. In the overall standings, the next 2 best teams will be the 3 and the 4 seed, respectively. That pitch missing low and inside, ball 1. So, Ridgefield won the first half. They will enter the playoffs as the #1 seed. Corvallis likely to win the second half, unless Cowlitz can catch them. 1-1 throw over to first, not in time. So, if Corvallis can hang on and win the second half, they will be the #2 seed. 1-1 pitch on the way, swung on and missed. Count goes to 1-2. Cowlitz, who is currently in third place overall in the West Coast League would be the number 3 seed, because the 2 teams ahead of them are already going to the playoffs. Portland is the 4th place team overall. That means they would go as the 4 seed. 1-2 pitch on the way, swung on and fouled back. Count goes to 1-2. Bob checking in, asking who's pitching. That is number 42, Jesse Alfaro, out there for the Pickles. On the bump for the Cowlitz Black Bears, Spencer Sid. Swung on, bounced towards first, to the bag for 1, throw down to second, high, tag down, not in time. I didn't think that play was that close. I don't understand why everybody's complaining. Oh, some of them might think that's a force, and it was definitely not a force. So runner on second, 1 down. Oh, come on, Ron. It wasn't even that close, friend. Look back towards second base by Alfaro. Pitch on the way. Floats in for a strike. It's 79. Count is 0-1 on Latre McCollum. Latre singled his first time up, swiped second base, and came in to score on Brandon Larson's double. It was a nice effort by Cloyd at first. You were right about that, Debbie. 0-1 pitch on the way. Misses low. Count evens up 1-1. Ron, you're killing me out there. Alfaro comes set. Looks back at second and again. 1-1 pitch on the way now. Swung on. Slow bouncer down the third baseline. Foul. That one fielded by Kelly Stinnett, head coach and third base coach for the Cowlitz Black Bears. Alfaro takes a walk around the backside of the mound. Back up on the bump, staring in. Shakes off Haraki once. Has his sign now, comes set at the belt. Looks back at second in the 1-2. Pushed foul. Oh, he totally did deserve to win. Yeah, your costume's great, friend. I hope you guys are having a great time at the game. Absolutely. Oh, what a great weekend then. Yeah, good to meet you guys. Take care. Count goes to 2-2. So the little pickle Rick that won the costume contest just came up with his dad to say hello, and that was amazing. I love the experiences I get here. They're like nothing else. Look back towards second base. 2-2 pitch on the way. Fouled off. Count stays at 2-2. So if things stand as they are, do we play y'all at Walker for the first game? Yes. Yes, if the playoffs were to start today, game 1 would be here. Games 2 and 3 would be in Ridgefield. 2-2 pitch on the way. Swung on, popped up right side. Will it stay in play? It will not. Will anybody make the catch? They will not. April H checking in. Glad to have you along. Hypothetically speaking, if I ran onto the field, what would happen to me? The last 2 people who did that got tackled by Dylan. I would not suggest that. Because Dylan hits hard. Look back towards second. 2-2 pitch on the way. Swung on and ripped into left field. Jumping and making the catch. Jesse Pierce gets the ball back into the infield. L7 the put out on Latre McCollum. Yeah, the berms look absolutely packed tonight. Full of people who can't seem to catch a foul baseball. First pitch of the at-bat swung on and missed by A.J. Singer. Swings through an 87-mile-an-hour fastball, 0-1. Singer flew out to Nigel Calderon back in the first inning. Alfaro with the 0-1, misses outside. Yeah, I've got to guess the attendance here tonight is probably north of 3,200. Maybe north of 34, I'm not sure. Look back towards second and again. 1-1 pitch on the way, swung on, popped up. Didn't quite make it over the netting behind the plate. Count goes to 1-2. Is there going to be another Gator rally later on? Or the Green Shark? My guess is it'll probably be a rally Gator. 1-2 pitch on the way, swung on and missed. Weak wave, A.J. Singer down on strikes. Third strikeout for Jesse Alfaro. That'll do it for the Black Bears here in the third inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and one runner left on. Pickle Juice drinking contest. Here are Joe and Jeremiah Coughlin.
Bailey and Corey. We got 4 very full cups of pickle juice today, and it is pungent. It is a pungent mix today. Count them down, Walker Stadium. When we get to the one, they're going to chug, and they will win absolutely nothing. 3, 2, 1. Chug, 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 chug. All right, Mac. Oh, look at that. Is that James? James it is. Let's hear it for James, everybody. Hey, Bailey, yeah, you got to finish that. Sorry, you can't just, finish it, finish it, finish it, finish it, finish it, finish it. You can almost get to 4, no tag-ins, no tag-ins. Come on, Bailey, you can do it. Yeah! Let's hear it for James, our winner, everybody. And let's hear it for all our contestants of the Pickle Juice Drinking Contest. We got some comic books for you that might be questionable. You ever heard of Michael
Wait a minute. We gave out a prize for the Pickle Juice Drinking Contest? When does that happen? Oh, questionable comics. All right. I don't fully know what that means, but okay. Nigel Calderon, Alejandro Garza, and Dalton Mayshore for your Pickles here in the bottom of the third inning. Remember, friends, West Coast League Commissioner Rob Nye are going to join the broadcast here. Coming up in the fourth inning, first pitch, bottom 3, over for a strike, 0-1. A 1 pitch now, bunt shown, pulled back, pitch misses away, 1-1. Perch Furniture checking in. Glad to have you back around, friend. Glad you could join us tonight. Wind and the 1-1 pitch on the way. Inside, ball 2-2-1. Perch Furniture, those Pickles pillows are great. And how would an announcer get one of those if an announcer cannot reserve that area of the ballpark because they're busy? Winding, Sid's 3-1 pitch on the way, just off the plate. Good take by Calderon there. Count goes to, excuse me, that was ball 4, I guess. Sorry. I apparently had the count wrong.
Walking to the plate, number 5, Alejandro Garza.
Alejandro Garza now to the dish. Popped out to Latrey McCullum in center field, his first time up. Sid stares over at first base and tosses over. Calderon didn't have a terribly long lead and was able to get back standing. Just ask nice and we'll make it happen. Well, Perch Furniture, if I could get one of those Pickles pillows for the garage that we hang out in back at home, that would be delightful, thank you. Pitch missing, up, ball 1. Perch Furniture, proud sponsor of your Portland Pickles, as they have been all season long. Sid stares over at first. Brings in the 1-1 pitch, bunt shown, pulled back. Nice stop by Ortega. Both pitchers tonight coming in with sub-2 ERAs, and both pitchers like to use all parts of the zone.
Our pitching coach is away with the team, so this is one of our players.
Oh, okay. All right. Player coach out to the mound to have a conversation. Pitching coach for Cowlitz not traveling with the team this evening. So Lucian having a conversation with Spencer, Sid, and Max Ortega. I have some idea about what a questionable comic might be, but it's not family friendly, so I'll keep that to myself. Well, Bubs, I think you're probably thinking what most of us were thinking. So 2-0 the count. Garza stands in. Sid with the 2-0 pitch. Bunt shown again. This time laid down on the third base side. Charging Chris Brown. Couldn't get the ball in his glove. Everybody is safe on a bunt single by Alejandro Garza. Pickles in business once again. Calderon on at second. Timeout was never called, and Calderon swiped third. Case being pleaded to Michael Green, the infield umpire, but time was never granted. Looks like this is gonna stand.
Here's your designated hitter. Number 1, Dalton Mayshore. Woo.
Dalton Mayshore to the plate. Runners on the corners, nobody out. Throw over to first base, getting back just in time is Garza. Runners get their leads. Sid staring over at first base, brings in the first pitch of the at-bat outside at 89. Ball one. Calderon a short lead at third. 1-0 pitch over for a strike at 88. Count evens up at 1-1. Debbie looking for a home run. Mayshore's got the power. Reached on a walk back in the first. Swiped second. That was as far as he got. Calderon stretches out the lead at third. 1-1 pitch. Pop foul right side. Idaho Mash wouldn't mind that happening either. Sid stares over to first base, offers a toss. Garza slides back in safely. Chris Brown tacitly keeping Nigel Calderon on at third base. 1-2 pitch on the way, outside, ball two. So April H., Idaho Mash, and Debbie would like Dalton Mayshore to hit a home run. Anyone else? Anyone else want to get in on that? Sid again looking over at first. Holds now the 2-2 pitch, misses high, ball three. That one coming in at 91, but out of the zone. Count goes full on Mayshore. Jesse Pierce on deck. Garza lead over at first. 3-2 pitch on the way, swung on, hit towards short. Nice play over to second for one, the relay to first in time, but a run comes in to score. Fans raise those chairs. So instead of a home run, it was a 6-4-3 double play, but it took a nice play by A.J. Singer to turn that. 2 away. Pitch over for a strike. 0-1. Pierce 0 for 1 tonight. Sid's 0-1, spoiled foul toward the parking lot. 0-2. Sid has his sign from Ortega, rocks and deals, pops foul right side. Count stays 0-2. Both green and blue smoke permeating from the Pickles bullpen in left field. Wind in the 0-2 pitch on the way, swung on and hit up the middle, and that's going to get down for a base hit. Jesse Pierce with a 2-out single. Inning continues for Portland.
Stay loud for your next batter. Number 34, Evan Lloyd.
Pickles first baseman Evan Cloyd to the plate. Cloyd coming into tonight's game batting .277, 0 for 1, flew out to center. Pitch on the way, swung on, and that one smacked up the middle for a base hit. Bounces off of Latrey McCollum ever so slightly, but he gets the ball back into the infield. Back-to-back 2-out singles for your Pickles. Well, the shifting winds here at Walker Stadium now bringing the smoky haze from the left field bullpen into the field area. Sid looks back at second. Pitch on the way, swung on, and that one taken into left field, and that's going to get down for the base hit, being waved in from third base, headed for home. Jesse Pierce, throw to the plate! Got him! Pierce tried to leap into the end zone there and got caught. Briseño does get credit for a single. Jesse Pierce out 7-2. And that'll do it for your Pickles here in the third inning. But they do tie the game up on 4 base hits, no errors, and 2 runners left. Through 1/3 of the baseball game here at Walker Stadium, we're tied at 1.
Summer's here with us, and you should take a vacation for your fitness goals. The Pickles official fitness partner, Crunch Gym, is everything you need. Heavy weights, heart pumping, group classes, and certified personal trainers, all starting as low as $9.99 a month. As a Pickles fan in attendance today, you can see for yourself with a free 3-day guest pass. Go to crunch.com/3 and grab a pass to your local Crunch Gym in Aloha, Beaverton, or Division Center today. Cleveland Kitchen's handcrafted fermented foods will knock your taste buds out of the park. Zesty sauerkraut to bold kimchi and mouth-watering pickles, they've got the flavor lineup you've been craving. Fuel your game day with the power of probiotics and the explosion of deliciousness. Cleveland Kitchen's the secret ingredient to take your ballpark and home cook experience to the next level. Grab a hot dog paired with Cleveland Kitchen's pickles and savor every bite. Visit our concession stand or check out your local grocery store for more game day goodness. Cleveland Kitchen, the MVP of fermented flavors.
All righty, friends, we are back. Top of the 4th inning we go. For the Black Bears, it's going to be Brandon Larson, Chris Brown, and Seth Stroh. Jesse Alfaro out for another inning's worth of work. And I am joined by West Coast League Commissioner Rob Nyer. Rob, how you doing?
I'm doing well. Always great to be here.
It is always great to have you, friend. Let's start out with something a little bit silly. So it's PickleCon night here at the stadium, as I'm sure you have been experiencing. I posed this question to Mags earlier during the pregame show. If you were starting a ball club and could draft any superhero to play for your team and only one, who would it be and where would they play?
So many options. I'm going to have to think about that one for at least one batter.
That is not a problem. First pitch bends over for a strike, 0-1. Yes, that's right. Crow and Mo got the replay of that play at home plate up for you all. They definitely do deserve their flowers. That pitch missing low, ball 1.
You might not know this about me, but I'm sort of a nerd.
Okay.
And
all right.
so I can happily report that there are a lot of outstanding comic book covers from the 1940s and 50s of Batman, Superman, and Robin playing baseball.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, that's super cool. That I didn't know. 1-1 pitch fouled off to the right. Count goes to 1-2. Alfaro comes set. 1-2 pitch on the way. Called strike 3. First non-swinging strikeout of the evening for Jesse Alfaro. That is number 4. Ron gonna hang that K out in left field. So now, you and I talked about this last season, but I told our fan base, the folks in chat, that if they had any questions for you, that they could pose those, and I would pose those to you. First pitch missing, ball 1. We got asked if there's going to be another West Coast League All-Star game.
So my stock answer has been, and I've got a lot of that question quite a bit lately for some reason.
Okay.
Seems to be a hot topic.
Pitch shot out to center field. Kyler Stancato makes the play. F8 the put out on third baseman Chris Brown.
So I'll say this. If you were going to play an all-star game or some sort of event, you would want to start planning for it at least a year in advance.
Okay.
I will be very disappointed if we don't have one in 2024.
Oh, okay.
So you could sort of connect those dots.
All
if you
right, yeah.
want. No guarantees, but
obviously
I will be disappointed.
That'd be great. Like when you and I talked last time, I got to go to the All-Star game that was up at David Story Field when the Cowlitz Black Bears hosted that. And it was a wonderful event. I enjoyed the home run derby that went along with it. There was a lot of festivities and a lot of fun. 1-1 pitch missing, ball 2. Count goes to 2-1 on Seth Stroh. Stroh 0 for 1. Bounced out to Jesse Alfaro back in the second.
When we do it, we'll set a record for viewers and pomp.
I hope so. That would be a ton of fun. 2-1 pitch, spoiled foul. Count evens up at 2-2. So during the course of a season, do you get to make it to all of the ballparks in the West Coast League?
I used to when we had 12 teams.
Okay.
Now that we have 16, it's become a little tougher. So I'll probably make it to 13 this season.
That one lined in the left field. Going to get down for a base hit. Seth Stroh checks in at first base.
I have been to every stadium, of course, at least once.
Right.
And my mission is to get to every ballpark at least every other year.
Okay, yeah. So if you split it up between the 2 years evenly, it'd just be 8.
Right, but obviously I get to Portland every year and Ridgefield, and I'll get to 11 or 12 this year. I'll be in Kelowna in a couple days, actually.
Oh, nice. Winding the pitch on the way, over for a strike. There's Max Ortega at the plate, behind in the count, 0-1. Our chat friends letting me know that the Seattle Mariners shut out the Arizona Diamondbacks earlier today, so I'm happy about that. Second pitch popped foul. That one behind us. Count goes to 0-2 on Ortega. Alfaro steps back up on the bump. So did you go up to Edmonton this year?
I did not. I made that trip last year.
Last year, okay. I couldn't remember. 0-2 pitch on the way, outside, ball 1.
Yeah, I got to Edmonton and Kamloops last year.
Now, did you drive up there? Or did you?
No.
Okay.
I mean, Kamloops is doable.
Right.
Edmonton is not really, unless you want to spend a week driving.
Well, I was going to say, I didn't know if maybe you and the family planned a road trip or something and decided to do that.
That sounds wonderful to me.
Uh-huh.
My wife would not enjoy being in the car for that long.
Okay, well
Nor would my daughter.
That is fair. I think I got to see your daughter when you were at the Pickle Jar for the grand opening a couple.
Yes,
that
that's
was
true.
a couple years ago
Yep.
now. 1-2 pitch on the way, swung on, hit back up the middle. Alfaro fields it. Underhand toss over to Evan Cloyd. 1-3 the put out, and that'll do it for the Black Bears here in the top of the fourth inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left on. Friends, I forget what it is we've got going on in the middle of the fourth, but we're going to kick it down to Joe Simons and Jeremiah Coughlin for the silly festivities.
Dylan versus Sith Lord Ryan. Let's hear it for him. Walker Stadium. Do you want to see a lightsaber duel or not? All right, that's still pretty underwhelming. All right, 1 versus 1, you know, typical sword fight rules. You get an arm, you can't use that arm. You get a leg, you can't use that leg. Count them down, Walker Stadium. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, arm gone. Oh, leg gone. It's coming down to the wire here. Go for the heart, Dylan. Or the head. It's good fencing skills. Oh, no arms. No legs. Ryan, you're dead. Kill shots. Let's hear it for Jedi Dylan. Good you are. Good fight sorting you do. Shades you dropped, Lucy.
All righty, baseball friends, welcome back. It looks like Spencer Sid's evening is done. Sid goes 3 innings, scatters 5 hits, gives up 1 run, which was earned. He walked 3 batters and no strikeouts. Gavin Gard taking over on the mound for Cowlitz. Home plate umpire Isaac McAllister out to dust off home plate once again. I do kind of wish we had stuck around and actually announced the lightsaber fight. Dylan was victorious. I guess that's not all of that surprising. So it's going to be Jackson Jaha, Blake Haraki, and Kyler Stancato for the Pickles here in the bottom of the 4th inning. So one of the things the chat folk asked, first pitch on the way inside, ball 1, is there any chance that we're going to get a chat function on the West Coast League site that hosts the video? Is that possible? Do we know?
I don't even know.
Oh, okay.
Never come up.
All right, fair enough. 1-0 pitch hit down the third base line. Fair ball throw over to first. Tagged out. 5-3 the put out on Jackson Jaha.
I love the idea. I have no idea if something like that could be built, but
Okay.
I'll tell you what happens is that people have great ideas during the season. I don't mean people in chat. I mean people
Just
in
people
the
in
league,
general.
and we can't get things done during the season with our
Right.
developers at the streaming site.
Swung on and hit out to center field. Latrey McCullum goes back and makes the catch. L8 to put out on Blake Haraki.
And then in the off season, when they're not as busy, everyone forgets the great ideas. So I will try to remember that.
Okay.
Put a bug in their ear.
All right.
They'd have 9 months to work on it before next season. So I'm making a note right now.
Okay.
I love the concept because that's, as you know, I love to chat with you,
Right.
but I'm usually watching the platform.
Absolutely.
Going back and forth.
Well, and, you know, we've developed quite the chat community here in Portland. First pitch just missing 1-0. We've developed quite the chat community here in Portland to the point where when other teams have YouTube broadcasts that have their chat enabled, our fans will go and take that over. they will just move in like it is the Portland broadcast.
And I'm guessing that most of the other broadcasters are not monitoring like you are and jumping in.
Correct. A lot of them aren't. The folks down in Springfield, there was somebody from the organization that would occasionally hop on, and that was nice to interact with them. And we got to meet Knight. I believe Father online was watching the game, and so very welcoming down there. It was nice to hang out with them for the series. 2-1 pitch on the way, swung on, hit to the left side. Fielded by Singer, long throw over to first in time. 6-3 the put out on Stancato. Quick 1-2-3 inning for the Pickles. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on. Friends, we are headed to the top of the 5th inning here at Walker Stadium. Still tied at 1-1.
Welcome to Stormbreaker Brewing, located off Mississippi Avenue in North Portland. Whether you're looking for something light, dark, hoppy, or not hoppy, we've got you covered. We've also got a full bar featuring seasonal handcrafted cocktails. Ooh. Complemented by an extensive menu with plenty of options to go. Come hang out by the fire pits for weekly trivia or book a private event. All ages are welcome, and don't forget to bring your dog.
I'm just not ready to go back to a gym.
Well, clearly you haven't gone crunch mode.
Crunch mode?
It's the feeling that you get
when you finish up a set.
Everyone working up a sweat. When you're hating your trainer, the lover when you're done.
Working out the meal, you know the one. Yeah, that's crunch mode.
Crunch mode.
Join Crunch Fitness. Membership start at $9.99 a month.
Fitness.
All righty, friends, welcome back. To the top of the fifth inning we go. It's going to be Carter Monda, Eli Lopez, and Ian Riley for the Black Bears. Jesse Alfaro out for another inning's worth of work. As the evening has crawled along, the shadows have crawled across the infield now. Almost all the outfield covered in shadows. Good portion of the infield covered as well. Alfaro with the first pitch of the inning, over for a strike, 0-1. Perch Furniture, one of our proud sponsors, wanted to know, have you tried the beer bat here at Walker Stadium? I don't filter well, I will filter some of the questions, but I think that one's fair.
Too much beer for a commissioner in one game.
Okay, that's fair. I can understand that. 0-2 pitch on the way, swung on and missed. That is strikeout number 5 for Jesse Alfaro.
For example, I got here early tonight.
Yeah.
Well before the game, about an hour beforehand.
Okay.
Got a delicious beer. Thought to myself, that was delicious. Wouldn't mind a second. But wait a second. I'm going to be talking to Chex later. Probably not the best idea to be on the broadcast having had more than one beer.
That is fair. First pitch to Eli Lopez, missing ball 1. So you've been to a number of the stadiums this season. What is the best food that you have had?
It's here.
Is it?
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
I wasn't fishing for a compliment here. I was just curious.
I mean, you got the Impossible Burger and the Impossible Bratwurst.
Yeah.
2 options for people like me.
Right, and the fried pickle chips here are wonderful. 2-0 pitch, taken into center field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Stan Cotto gets the ball back in. Eli Lopez aboard for the second time tonight. He walked back in the 3rd inning, finds himself aboard here with 1 out in the 5th.
And speaking of beer, there are a great many options here, more so than I think anywhere else in the league.
It does help being in Portland. You know, it is one of those things. First pitch missing to Ian Riley, 1-0.
Well, and just mathematically, the more people you have showing up at the ballpark, the more options you can
afford to
justify.
have.
Yep.
Absolutely, yes. We are very much blessed in that. Another great crowd here tonight at Walker Stadium. Again, it is PickleCon night and Little League Sunday, one of my favorite days of the week. Now, do you have any pets at home?
Yes, we have a dog.
Have you brought the dog down?
No, he does not do well with noises.
Oh, okay.
He would not enjoy a baseball game.
That is that is fair then. I was just curious. I love the Wolf Wednesdays that we do. I like getting to see all the dogs and the puppers parade. Hey, Gary, you know you lost power on your scoreboard, right, friend? Pop up on the infield, and it's going to be Jackson Jaha making the catch. P5 the putout. I wish I just saw on the broadcast last night. I'm not keeping up on y'all's conversations. My apologies. Some nights they go so quickly, it's hard to keep up. I don't remember, friend. First pitch to Latrey McCullum fouled off. So do you get to go to any big league games, any of the MLB games during our season? Like, do you find time to make it up if there's a matchup that's intriguing to you?
I don't usually get to many at all, but I do usually take a road trip in the middle of the season. And I went to a White Sox game, a couple of White Sox games actually.
Oh, wow.
2 weeks ago, and I was at the All-Star game in Seattle as well.
Oh, nice. Well, I would have figured you would take the time to go take that in. Did you do the whole like fan experience part of it, or did you just go to the game or the home run derby, or what all did you take in?
Just got up in time for the home run derby and then the game the next night. So did not, and I've been a few times over the years and gotten to do they used to call it Fan Fest, I'm not sure what they were called, and that's a blast. I mean, if you're in the city already, highly recommend doing all those things because they just have so many different things to enjoy.
Throw over to first base. Nice dig by Evan Cloyd there. Eli Lopez slides back in safely. 1-1 the count on Latrey McCullum. Pitch on the way, misses ball 2, 2-1. Has the season gone smoothly for you? I mean, I'm not sure what all you're responsible for, so.
You're not the only one.
So yeah, I was just curious, like, would a season go bad? I mean, I guess I don't know how that would happen now that I'm asking.
I think if you had certain sorts of incidents on the field, which we've had in this league over the years, 2 or 3 or 4 times, I would consider that a bad day.
Okay.
Which can turn into a bad few days. But this has been a relatively smooth season. And what I'm most encouraged by is attendance in so many of our stadiums is up this season.
Awesome.
Some real success stories around the league. Which makes me happy.
Some player success stories as well.
Absolutely.
Nice number of players drafted from the West Coast League. We had Morris Austin drafted by the Brewers here.
Yep. We had a good draft. We definitely had a good draft.
That's always fun to see.
You know, honestly, the best news all season is we have had phenomenal weather.
Yes, we have.
Unbelievably good.
It is the kind of weather we have had here in the Northwest this summer reminds me of the weather that we had when I was growing up. Very rarely did it get over 90 degrees.
Right.
It was just sunny and 80 to 85,
no,
and it has
so
been
fortunate.
wonderful.
Of course, here we had the weekend with the Drifters where things, but that's really been just about it.
Yeah, that was our only rainouts of the rainouts and
right
lights. That was a fun experience. 3-2 the count. That's all right, friend. I still appreciate you. Thank you very much. Hanukkah making sure that we are taken care of up here. 3-2 pitch on the way, swung on, hit towards short. Fielded by Garza, throw over to first base in time. 6-3 the put out on Latrey McCullum. That'll do it for the Black Bears here in the 5th. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left on. Where are we at? We are in the 5th. It's time for Dizzy Bat. Remember, fans, put who you think is going to cheat in the chat, and we'll see what happens. We'll be back in just a moment.
There's a lot of cheating, isn't there?
Kevin, Landon, and Jesse, that way. Follow them. Hurry. Hurry carefully. Follow the men in the skin-tight suits, please. What? All right, folks. We got Kevin, we got Landon, we got Jesse. Line them up this way. Go over there. This is not that hard. This is the first step. Okay. Head on the bat on the ground. Spin till I say go. Count them down, Walker Stadium. 3, 2, 1, spin. Spin like a superhero. Bat on the ground. 3, 4. Superhero spinning is not their strong suit. 5. It's getting slower. Let's go faster. 7. 7. 7. 7. 8, 9, 10, go. Oh, there he goes. Come on, Jesse. Come on, Kevin. Come on, Kevin. Oh, collision course. Kevin's a winner, everybody. Let's hear it for him.
Leading off the bottom of the fifth for Portland, number 9, Nigel Calderon.
That was the sweet dulcet tones of Joe Simons letting you know Nigel Calderon to the plate to start us off here in the fifth. Nigel Calderon, Alejandro Garza, and Dalton Mayshore here in the fifth inning. Your numbers across the board so far for the visiting Black Bears: 1 run on 4 hits and no errors. For your home team, Portland Pickles, 1 run on 5 hits, no errors. 0-1 pitch popped up, right side. Coming in, Seth Stroh, the right fielder, but it's actually going to be Eli Lopez making the catch. P4 the putout. When did you score your first baseball game?
Ooh.
Do you remember?
I know I started scoring games in the 1980s.
Okay.
Royals games in the late 80s. I don't recall scoring games before that, but that's when I started saving my score sheets.
Yeah.
And and my score cards, and then later my score books.
I love my scorebook. I'm not going to lie about that. First pitch over for a strike on Garza, 0-1.
Bob Carpenter, can't beat him.
I didn't understand the Bob Carpenter part of the book until I started following him on Twitter, and he would post his scorebook. That one smacked into center field just past A.J. Singer for a base hit. Second time Garza has been aboard. I do love that. I love seeing how different people score. I've worked with some of the game ops staff here at the stadium this year who haven't scored a game before. And so the one thing that I try to stress to them more than anything else is there is no wrong way to do this.
Right, as long as you can understand it.
Exactly. If you can explain it, if you can explain your writing to someone else, your notes and everything, there's no wrong way to do it. One of the exercises I have is I have them go back through my book for all of the different ways that I have kept score because I keep altering it.
Right.
I tried to do the 4-colored pencil thing for a while. That is fun and can be very informational, but then you have to keep 4 pencils sharpened. And as you know, when you're at a ball game, keeping 1 pencil sharpened is bad enough, let alone 4. Now I see you're scoring in ink.
I do.
That is, I tried that. I decided that is not for me. I screw up too much.
Hit him.
HBP. Dalton Mayshore going to head down to first base. Alejandro Garza moves down to second.
Well, the great thing about looking at other people's scorebooks is that you see new ways of doing things. Or
Absolutely.
ways to add information you hadn't thought about before.
Yes, that is one of my favorite things is learning something new. The exclamation point after an L6 to denote that was the play where the shortstop had to go, 3 steps over to the third base side and then change directions to make the throw. Like that is the shorthand I use for that.
You know what I haven't had yet, but it was a hot topic back in April, was what do you do if someone reaches base because of a timing violation?
I haven't had to score that yet either, and I'm not sure what I would do. But one of the things that I struggled with, 0-1 pitch on the way, catches the outer part of the plate for a strike. 0-2 the count. One of the things that I would do when the shift was on was, yes, maybe it was the shortstop making the play, but he was playing second base,
right.
So it'd be P6 with a 4 in parentheses.
Oh, that's a good idea.
That was sharply hit towards third, dug out, throw back to second base in time. Jesse Pierce lines out to Chris Brown, who throws down to Eli Lopez at second to double off Alejandro Garza. And that'll do it for your Pickles here in the 5th inning. Crow, we're going to keep it here if you don't mind. Thank you much, friend. So, Rob, we'll double back to the question that I asked at the very top. So if you were starting a baseball team and you could draft any superhero and they could play any position, who would it be and where would they play?
Mr. Fantastic.
Oh, okay.
Center field.
All right.
You'll never see another home run.
All right, interesting. I love the answers people have given. Mag said Bugs Bunny for that cartoon where he struck out the giant players with the pitch that would stop halfway to the plate. I liked that answer. There was the argument that Superman could throw and bat harder than anybody else.
And run as fast as anybody except Flash.
Well, I was going to say, and Flash would be the perfect fielder. So, just sort of a fun exercise and a fun conversation to have. You got time to do a little more?
I sure do.
All right, we'll do one more half inning then, friend. AJ Singer, Brandon Larson, and Chris Brown due up for the Black Bears. All right, new pitcher for the Portland Pickles. That is Brock Roundy, number 3.
Yeah, let's hear it.
So Brock Roundy takes over for Jesse Alfaro, who goes 5 innings. Scatters 4 hits, gives up a run. That was the run that he gave up back in the first inning. Ended up striking out 5 and only walked 1.
Good news from Bend for the Pickles.
Oh, in the top of the ninth, the Knights leading the Elks 4-3. Yes, that's been interesting, looking not only ahead but behind in the standings as well. Although that is part and parcel of when a team is scuffling headed towards the playoffs.
Yep.
Home plate gets a fresh dusting. Blake Haraki having a conversation with our home plate umpire as shortstop AJ Singer approaches home plate. All you need is an all-star game, East versus West or North versus South. Yep, we discussed that earlier, possibly in 2024.
I like the East-West idea. We've never switched it up like that. You know what I mean? But
yeah,
why not?
That'd be kind of fun.
The only reason we don't have East-West divisions is because the travel would be so tough for the, Canada down to Bend, right?
Right.
But for an all-star game, it doesn't matter.
No, that's true.
I like the idea.
That'd be fun. Yeah, mix it up a little bit.
Yep. So whoever put that in the chat, they can take credit next summer if we do it that way.
All right. Mike, ask him about the long game, the lights out game. Swung on and hit back up the middle. Fielded by Garza, throws over to first in time. 6-3 the put out on Singer.
I was here last week, by the way.
Yeah,
for the 2-minute game. It was incredible.
I tried.
One of the great baseball experiences of my life.
I tried to catch you before you headed out. Rob and I had touched base before the game was resumed, and he had let me know that he had plans later in the
I had a movie to get to, so I couldn't stay for the nightcap.
Yeah, I was.
I was just hoping that the continuation wouldn't last so long that I wouldn't get to see it, and then it was the 2 minutes.
Right, I was
literally 2 minutes.
I had approached him when we were having a discussion before the game started. I was like, so if this goes on for a little while, you want to come up and do an inning or so? Well, I got to get to the movies. Evan Cloyd could not find the handle on it. Bouncer over to first, just ate him up. E3, Brandon Larson on base. And yes, that ended so very quickly. That was probably the most on-brand outcome of that game that it possibly could have been. Can you please ask Rob if the Knights won the second half, would the Knights get a playoff spot? I'll let you go ahead and field that. I mean, I know the answer as well, but this is from Lewis Roses in the chat.
Yes, the second half winner automatically gets the number 2 seed in the first round of the playoffs.
So there you have it, Lewis. You're not in jeopardy of the Knights not making the playoffs, friend.
I believe if they win tonight, they clinch a spot. Not necessarily the second half crown, but a spot.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't done the math on the magic number yet. Roundy looks over at first. Now the 0-2 pitch on the way. High ball 1 and 2.
It gets tricky when you've got the first and second half, and then the best records who didn't win the first or second half, and then the tiebreakers get involved, and then some games that won't be made up. So it's But I do have a spreadsheet where I can figure all the math.
Nice. Ron the K-Man wanted me to ask if the 24 strikeouts that happened in the game that got postponed because of the lights is a West Coast League record or not. That one taken out hard to center field, going back on the ball. Kyler Stancato at the wall. See you later, baseball. Chris Brown with a 1-out, 2-run dinger. Black Bears retake the lead 3-1. So Chris Brown touches them all. Black Bears now with a 3-1 lead. And it is a final 4-3. Ben Delks falling this evening. In fact, that reminds me, I haven't even run through the West Coast League scores yet. There's been so much going on tonight. So Roundy now facing Seth Stroh. Bases empty, 1 out. First pitch hit into right field, and that is just going to get past Armando Briseño. Seth Stroh with his second single of the night. That'll bring up catcher Max Ortega, and that will bring Coach Mags out of the dugout. Should be noted the pitching coach Jim Hopple not at the stadium this evening. Regardless, Mags takes the baseball from Brock Roundy, and that will be it for his appearance this evening. Friends, we're going to step away from the broadcast just a minute so we can get our books caught up. Rob, I appreciate you coming up here and hanging out,
It's my great
friend.
pleasure, as always.
I
Appreciate
enjoy
your
this.
work.
Absolutely. I do one real...
My hat matches your
I
jersey.
know, I love that.
It's amazing.
One last question for you real quick, because I follow you on social media. Where did you get started with the post offices? Those are so cool. I appraise real estate for my day job, so architecture I love, and seeing some of the small places you post on Instagram is great.
I am an odd fan of civil society.
Okay.
And the post office to me is the shining example of what our society can be. We all get together in the same place, pick up our mail, talk to our neighbors, and
you can take it
I
almost
just
anywhere.
love the post office.
So
I can't
stop
help it.
drinking boring
No, I
beer
love that,
and
Ed.
start living
Honestly,
dangerously
the post
today.
office in Longview is one of my favorite
Yovu
structures.
Beer, classic American
Oh my
lager.
gosh, absolutely
Proud
check it
sponsor
out.
of the Portland Pickles.
Is there a mural?
Locally owned and brewed in Portland,
Look at
Oregon.
the post office mural.
I don't think there's a
Yovu
mural,
Beer,
but,
classic
the time
American
period that it was
lager.
built in, the architecture is amazing.
It slaps.
And they're ornate.
The WPA project was in the 30s.
Yovu
that
Beer,
could be, yeah.
classic American lager. Proud sponsor of the
All
Portland
right,
Pickles.
friends, we're going to step away real quick, and we will be back in just a moment. Well, we may have talked through the commercial break. Sorry about that to our sponsors, but always great to have West Coast League Commissioner Rob Nyer on with me. Always a great conversation. That is Carter Delaney out there on the mound.
I thought they were yelling at me earlier. I was like, I don't appreciate that.
Delaney taking over for Brock Roundy.
Right, Dylan? Dylan calls me Big Red when no one's looking.
Now batting number 30, Max Ortega.
Carter Delaney comes set. First pitch of the ball game misses low at 76. Ball one. Thank you much, friend. That was always an enjoyable conversation. Pitch misses inside, throw down to second base. Not quite in time. Bounces off the back of Seth Stroh as he slides into second safely. So give Stroh a stolen base. Delaney stares in at Hiraki, has his sign. Looks back at second. 2-0 pitch on the way, misses high, ball 3. Squiddy checking into the chat. We are live, friend. Welcome to the broadcast. Glad to have you along. Great night for baseball here at Walker Stadium. Look back towards second, 3-0 pitch on the way, swung on, and that is just tattooed out to left field. See ya. Second home run of the inning for the Cowlitz Black Bears. Max Ortega goes deep for a 2-run bomb. So what started as a tie game when the 6th began has now become a 5-1 ball game, pair of 2-run home runs.
Now batting number 7, Carter Mondo.
Is the commish local, lives in Portland? Yes, he does. Portland or the immediate surrounding areas. Was kind enough to come and join me last season, which was my first full season announcing for the Pickles in the West Coast League, and was an absolutely great conversation. Glad that we were able to do that again this season. First pitch over for a strike, 0-1 on Carter Monda. Delaney, the high leg kick, 0-1 pitch on the way, fouled off. Count goes 0-2. Make the field longer, please. Oh, I like that. Well done, Debbie. Well played. Well played. So the Shadows have overtaken the entirety of the playing surface here at Walker Stadium. 0-2 pitch on the way, swung on, foul tipped, held on to by Blake Hiraki. Carter Monda strikes out for the second time. That is the first strikeout for Carter Delaney. 6 overall.
Now batting number 19, Eli Lopez.
Eli Lopez to the plate, 2 down. Winding the pitch on the way, swung on and missed. Make the fence higher. I feel like the fence is high enough. I mean, down the left and right field lines, it is much lower. You're not wrong about that. Green Monster is fitting for the Pickles. I will give you that, friend. You are not wrong. Delaney working from the third base side of the rubber. He comes set below the waist. 0-1 pitch on the way, swung on and fouled off. Count goes to 0-2. Florida Man checking in. Glad to have you join us, friend. Yeah, on Sunday nights we start at 6 p.m. Pacific. Rest of the nights are 7 o'clock games, so Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday night's game will start at 7:05-ish Pacific. Delaney's 0-2 pitch on the way, swung on and missed. Back-to-back strikeouts for Carter Delaney, get the Pickles out of the 6th inning, but not before they give up 4 runs to the Cowlitz Black Bears, courtesy of a pair of 2-run home runs. It is time for the Dylan versus Flash race. We will send it down to Joe and Jeremiah.
Brandon and Brian, wave to the crowd, everybody. And then we've got Flash and Frozone. Flash Frozone, like our chicken tenders down at the concourse. Let's hear it for our racers. They're going to do a little relay. Count them down. 3, 2, 1, go! Okay, Brandon. I don't know if this is Brian or Brandon, but he's got some ground to make up. Flash is pretty fast, actually. Hence the name. No, oh wow, with the running start. Frozone is not as fast. Oh, he's toying with him. He's toying. Oh, wow. He gave him a little Randy Moss there at the end. That was, That was not very nice.
I didn't like that.
Yeah.
Where's Dylan?
And now they're whipping and nay-naying on the outfield grass. That's not cool, man. Let's hear it for Brandon and Brian, everybody. They traveled all the way from Australia to be embarrassed by two guys in tights. No, they're not from Australia. They're just regular dudes.
Have you heard about Portland-based Max BP Sports? Max BP produces high-level hitting, training accessories, and development tools for baseball and softball players everywhere. These tools help hitters thrive in the box and get better each and every day. If you know a youth athlete, they need to check out Max BP's products at maxbp.com.
Alrighty, friends, welcome back. New pitcher on the mound for the Cowlitz Black Bears. That is Will Woodward. Woodward taking over for Gavin Gard. Gard pitched the 4th and the 5th innings. Can we get some StatCast on those runners to see sprint speed? That would be great. Friends, Monday is normally a day off in the West Coast League. However, the 3-game series against the Springfield Drifters, all 3 games were postponed. Game 1 because of the lights, games 2 and 3 because of weather. First pitch, bottom 6, missing high, ball 1. So Monday is the makeup of the 3rd game of that series. Last Monday, we had to finish the game where the lights went out at Walker Stadium and play game 2 of that series. So yes, there is a good chance that we will be the only game on in the West Coast League tomorrow night. 2-0 pitch over for a strike. Count goes to 2-1. We'll run you through the West Coast League scores here in just a moment because almost everything else is final. Pitch missing. 3-1 the count now. Yes, we will be the only game in the West Coast League tomorrow night, hosting the Springfield Drifters here at Walker Stadium. You should come and join us if you can. 3-1 pitch, over for a strike. Count goes to 3-2 on Evan Cloyd. Armando Briseño on deck. Jackson Jaha also due up this inning. Woodward shakes off Ortega once. 3-2 pitch coming in. Swung on, hit to the left side. Chris Brown, third baseman's got to throw us to first in time. 5-3 the put out on Evan Cloyd.
Now batting, number 10, Armando Briseño.
In Bellingham, the Bells beat the Port Angeles Lefties 4-2. The Richfield Raptors victorious over the Springfield Drifters 8-1. That game was in Richfield. Wenatchee Apple Sox also scored 8 runs at home. They beat the Edmonton Riverhawks 8-5. In Victoria, the Harbor Cats were blanked 11-0 by the Kelowna Falcons. The Nanaimo Night Owls were also blanked at home. 3-0 by the Kamloops North Paws. First pitch missing away, ball 1. And as we discussed with Rob Nyer, the Corvallis Knights victorious over the Bend Elks in Bend. Woodward's 1-0 pitch, swung on, hit towards second. Lopez has it. Quick throw over to first for 3. Briseño is retired. And the only other game that is live in the bottom of the 4th inning, the Yakima Valley Pippins 10, the Walla Walla Sweets 3. And now you are caught up on the West Coast League scores. Zachary Cox, you are watching the Pickles game from London. That's amazing. Thanks for joining us. One-0 pitch on the way. Misses low, ball 2. Walla Walla Sweets is a great name. We got some good names here in the West Coast League, absolutely. 2-0 pitch on the way. Swung on, pop foul right side. I see a glove going up in the stands, even though the ball is far from the stands. At least somebody brought their glove. Jaha 0 for 1, walked his first time up in the second. Grounded out 5-3 his last time up. Takes that one and hits it into right field. Seth Stroh over to make the play. F9 the put out on Jackson Jaha, and that is it for the Pickles here in the sixth. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. Friends, we are 2/3 of the way through this ball game. 5-1 Black Bears.
What do you think, son? 8 or 9?
For that, I'd use this.
Manscaped, huh? Son, back in my day, ladies loved grass in the fairways.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. It's not for down there. The beard hedger's for your face.
Oh, really?
The Beard Hedger features a rotary zoom wheel that provides 20 precision settings with just one guard.
Grip it and trim it, baby.
Introducing the Beard Hedger. Order today at manscaped.com.
Pickles victory. Brookside Whiskey's meticulously blended straight bourbons and rye. Ranging in ages and
Alrighty, friends, welcome back. To the top of the seventh inning we go here at Walker Stadium. Carter Delaney back out on the mound for another inning's worth of work. Tell those front row kids to get off their phones. No, they're watching the broadcast, friend. I was talking to the chat, sorry. Florida man wanted me to yell at the kids in the front row to get off their phones. I'm like, no, they're watching the broadcast. They're not watching the broadcast. Ian Riley, Latrey McCollum, and A.J. Singer due up for the Black Bears here in the seventh.
Yes, half the funds do go to charity. I verified that myself, sir. I wouldn't in good conscience say that if it wasn't true.
So James was asking, is it one inning or more than one inning? And I'm sorry, friend, I'm not exactly sure what that is you were referring to. First pitch of the seventh in there for a strike at 85, 0-1. Ian Riley 0 for 3 tonight. Yes, we are playing at 7:05 tomorrow evening-ish. 7:05 for the remaining 4 West Coast League home games here at Walker Stadium. Delaney comes set. 1-1 pitch on the way, misses outside, ball 2-2-1. So friends, I can't say this enough. If you are in the greater Portland metro area, you need to come hang out one of the next 4 games. 2-1 pitch swung on, popped up left side. Will it stay in play? Negatory. Anybody catch that? No. Why do I ask? I don't know why I ask.
It was that Vivo e-bike that we gave away.
Checks, we have Zach in London and my boy Ray in Cartagena watching. The Pickles are worldwide. That is amazing. Y'all are the best. 2-2 pitch, swung on and missed. Ian Riley down on strikes. Third strikeout by Carter Delaney. That is the 8th K that Ron will be hanging out in left field. Latrey McCollum to the plate. 1 for 3 tonight. Single, a stolen base, and a run scored. Looks like Ron had some sort of rally hat going on out there. You bet, Lewis. Give me just a second here. We'll give you the umpires for tonight's game. I believe it's Isaac McAllister behind the plate and Michael Green out in the field. 1-0 pitch fouled off to the right side. That one headed towards the porta potties. It is Isaac McAllister behind the plate and Michael Green out in the field. Karina Turner watching from Wyoming. Welcome to the broadcast, friend. 1-1 pitch on the way. Swung on and missed. Count goes to 1-2 on Latre McCollum. And my Madre, quick checking in from the ER waiting room. 6 hours and counting. This baseball game isn't going to go all of that long. Sorry. 1-2 pitch on the way. Swung on and missed. Latre McCollum down on strikes. So Carter Delaney comes in, gives up a 2-run home run, and then proceeds to strike out the next 4 batters he faces.
Now batting number 2, A.J. Singer.
Two outs here, top 7. A.J. Singer at the plate. Pitch on the way. Check swing didn't go. 1-0. One-0 pitch. Misses at 88. Just above the top of the zone. 2-0 the count. Yes, Gary, I'm spying on your computer over your shoulder. 2-0 pitch on the way. That one high and inside. Ball 3. 3-0. Brandon Larson on deck for the Black Bears. Singer 0 for 3 tonight. Pitch on the way. Swung on. Popped foul. What is going on with the tent below us? Oh, they are pulling it down? Okay. Joe tuning in from his couch. Well done, friend. 3-1 pitch on the way. Swung on. Hit out towards right field. Coming in and eventually going back on that. Nigel Calderon will call that L9, the putout. And that'll do it in the 7th for the Black Bears. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on. Friends, it is time to stretch. Do that in the comfort of your own home, and we will be back with the broadcast in just a few moments.
You don't go to a Pickles game because they play some generic version of baseball that you could see anywhere. So why buy a sofa like that? Check out Perch Furniture. We are hometown experts, wholly dedicated to getting you a great sofa. Perch Furniture is Portland born, West Coast built, and our sofas are adaptable in every dimension and detail. At social media, we're at Perch Furniture, perchfurniture.com, or available in our showroom. Go Pickles.
Lead off at the bottom of the 7th for the Pickles. Number 11, Blake Haraki.
Blake Haraki, Kyler Stancato, and Nigel Calderon for your Pickles here in the 7th inning. It would do them well to pick up a few in this frame if they can. First pitch misses high, ball 1. 1-0. One 0 pitch on the way, swung on and missed. Count evens up at 1-1. Yes, the sunset here is wonderful. And I really do like the effect that the trees out in left field have on both the playing surface and the night sky. 1-1 pitch misses away. Ball 2, 2-1. Wind and the 2-1 pitch on the way, swung on, inside out swing. Will it stay fair? It will not. That hit somebody's drink out there. You know what? You deserve that for not bringing your baseball glove to the ball field. Wouldn't have spilled a beer. Yeah, beer was partially spilled. That's what I thought. Oh, friends, I don't sit down when I announce. I am standing and I am all over this booth. 2-2 pitch on the way, swung on, spoiled, foul again. Count stays at 2-2. Haraki awaits the 2-2 pitch, swung on, hit towards short. Singer's got it, throws over to first in time. 6-3 the put out on Haraki.
Next up for the Picks, number 16.
Steve Metro wants base runners, friend. You and me both. Woodward back up on the bump. First pitch of the at-bat, over for a strike. 0-1. How big is the booth? I'd say maybe 10 by 30 at the most. Next pitch swung on, hit through the hole on the left side. That'll get into left center field for a base hit. Kyler Stancato aboard for the first time tonight. 1 on, 1 away. So I don't have a whole lot of pacing room. The press box is 2 rows deep. I am in the back row of the 2 rows. Mo and Crow are immediately to my left, watching all of the cameras and making sure the broadcast goes off without a hitch. The high home plate camera is in front of me and slightly to my right. Immediately to my right is the other seat in the back row. That is usually occupied by 1-0 pitch on the way, misses low and outside, ball 2. That is usually occupied by Matty Stats or whoever is running analytics for the evening. That is also the spot that we allow visiting announcers to have. And so tonight, as Joey Cena's hanging out with us here in the broadcast booth, he is occupying the space to my right. And then to the right of the camera in the front row, immediately to the right of the camera is Gary, our scorekeeper and the captain of this Carnival Cruise. And next to him is Daryl, who's responsible for music. 2-1 pitch on the way, misses high, ball 3. Yeah, I got to take small steps. I mean, I'll come around to the side of the table and just sort of watch the ball game from here. It gives me a slightly clearer view. 3-1 pitch on the way, bunt shown. Down the first base line, nice bunt. Fielded by the pitcher, throw to first, in time. 1-3 the put out on Nigel Calderon, but Kyler Stancato advancing to second base. SB 1-3 the put out.
Now batting, number 5, Alejandro Garza.
Alejandro Peanut Garza to the plate. He steps up with Stancato in scoring position. Garza's been aboard twice tonight. First pitch he sees this at bat in for a strike at 85, 0-1. Woodward set, 0-1 on the way, misses outside. Count evens up at 1-1. Dalton Mayshore on deck for the Pickles. 1-1 on its way, over the plate for a strike at 85. Count goes to 1-2.
Fred E., come to the party deck. You've won a fabulous prize.
Well, Mitch Miles, I am sorry to hear about the incident with the cows today, friend. That sounds like a lot. 1-2 pitch on the way, swung on. Slow bouncer down the third base line. That is a fair ball. Chris Brown has it, throws over to first in time. 5-3 the put out on Alejandro Garza, and that is it for the Pickles here in the 7th. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left. To the 8th inning we go, 5-1 Cowlitz.
This is how you build a community of health and hope. With award-winning heart specialists, personalized women's care, a hospital 100 years in the making, and dozens of clinics that bring health and healing to your neighborhood, all strengthened by our partnership with OHSU. Adventist Health Portland, all the care you need, right where you need it.
Carter Delaney for another inning's worth of work for your Pickles. Numbers across the board for the visiting Black Bears. 5 runs on 7 hits and no errors. For your Portland Pickles, 1 run on 7 base hits and 1 error. Brandon Larson, Chris Brown, and Seth Stroh here in the 8th. Delaney's first pitch misses away, ball 1. Delaney has his sign from Hiraki. 1-0 pitch on the way, swung on and missed. Count evens up at 1-1. So tomorrow night is School of Rock night here at Walker Stadium. 1-1 pitch misses low at 77, 2-1. Mascot Olympics on Tuesday, August 1st. Friends of Twitter Night Wolf Wednesday on Wednesday, August 2nd. 2-1 pitch on the way, swung on, popped up, left side. Will it stay in play? Will somebody make the catch? No. To be fair, that was off the tent, so, you know. And the last home game for the Pickles during the regular season coming up this coming Thursday, Fan Appreciation Night. Will also be Fan Appreciation Night on the broadcast. Those of you that hung out last year know what that means. 2-2 pitch, swung on, hit towards Cloyd. Makes the play, underhands it to Delaney. 3-1 the put out on Brandon Larson. One away for the Black Bears here in the top of the 8th inning. Third baseman Chris Brown stepping up. First pitch missing, ball one. We got to have the drone before the end of the season. You know what? I will make that request. Shoot, I'll learn how to fly the stupid thing. 1-0 pitch, swung on and missed. Count goes to 1-1. I should not be in charge of flying the drone. I should barely be put in charge of piloting my vehicle all the way home. Carter Delaney with the 1-1 pitch, swung on, jammed him down the third baseline, rolls foul. I will absolutely do what I can. Hey, Ross, I know you're listening. Our fans would like to see the Dilly drone at least one more time this season. Please and thank you. Thank you. Well, Florida man, we do have restrooms on the left field side. We provide the porta potties on the right field side just for convenience, but there is actually well, it's not a stick-built structure. It is a concrete block-built structure on the left field side. 1-2 pitch, check swing. Did he go? Did not. Count evens up at 2-2. Have Dylan fly the drone. Yes, because that seems like a recipe for good things to happen. You saw Dylan fight with lightsabers earlier. Come on now. 2-2 pitch on the way, swung on and missed. Chris Brown down on strikes. 5th strikeout for Carter Delaney. I believe that is number 10 for Pickles pitchers overall. You know, Florida man, I'm not sure if those show up when we pan left for the foul balls out to the left field berm or not. And we rarely mention them, so. Pitch over for a strike, 0-1. Also complicating issues, friend, is the fact that this is a city-owned park, and we are only allowed to do so much without getting yelled at. 0-1 pitch on the way, low and inside. Ball one. Did they fix the trick sink? No, they haven't. I'm so glad somebody else knows about the trick sink. Oh, that's hilarious. Swung on and missed. Count goes to 1-2. So, Joe, this is so silly. Joe is referring to the sinks over by the concrete block bathroom. There are 4 sinks in the bathroom area. Next pitch missing high, ball 2. The leftmost one, they're all of those sensors where you put your hands under it and the water comes out of the spigot. So the leftmost 2, you put your hands under and the water comes out of whichever one you put your hands under. That one lined and just past Alejandro Garza into center field. Looked like it hit off the end of his glove. Gary giving me the thumbs up that is exactly what happened. Seth Stroh aboard with what we will call a seeing eye single. So the left 2 most, those work just fine. You put your hands under, the water comes out. The 2 on the right end, though, if you put your hands under the one on the far right, the one immediately to the left of that, the water comes out. Not on the one that you put your hands under, the one to the left of it. Consequently, if you put your hands under the one that is just left of the rightmost one, the one on the right will start to spit water out. It's just one of those things. 0-1 pitch fouled into the netting. Count goes to 0-2. It does feel like you're on candid camera. Every time I'm there and someone who is, not part of the staff here at Walker Stadium tries to use those, I have to explain the whole thing to them. It does feel like it is done on purpose, doesn't it? Wait, Joe, did you take a video of the trick sinks? That's great. 0-2 pitch on the way, swung on and missed. Take the W's where you can get them, folks. 6th strikeout for Carter Delaney, 11 overall for Pickles pitchers, and we are headed to the bottom of the 8th inning. Your score here at the Walk, still 5-1 Cowlitz.
Stronger.
9%.
Yes.
9.5% ABV.
Juice Force IPA. Live dangerously.
Oaks Park and their community partners are offering outrageous savings on weekdays all summer long for a fun family experience you'll remember for a lifetime at a price that makes your wallet happy today. Visit oakspark.com to view this season's special offers.
Oaks Amusement Park.
Save money on your transportation costs with TriMet's Reduced Fare Transit Card. If you meet income requirements, get your first month free while you enjoy unlimited rides on buses and trains. Learn more and apply today at trimet.org/save.
Leading off the bottom of the 8th-year Pickles, number 1, Dalton Mayshore.
Dalton Mayshore to the plate to lead off the bottom of the 8th inning for your Pickles. The time for scoring runs is now, this moment, soon, recently, in a little while. First pitch over, first strike, 0-1. Woodward with the 0-1 pitch in there for a strike at 74. Count goes to 0-2. Swung on and missed. Dalton Mayshore down on strikes. I believe that is the first strikeout for Cowlitz Black Bears pitchers tonight. Jesse Pierce to the plate. First pitch he sees up and away, ball 1. I seem to recall something about a new stadium being built. Did I dream that? Was it a joke? Can't find anything online. Well, Cookie 4x4, there are a couple things that could be. Wind and the 1-0 pitch on the way, swung on and missed. Count evens up at 1-1. The Hillsboro Hops, the single-A affiliate of the Arizona Diamondbacks that play out in Hillsboro, announced earlier this year that a new field will be built out there. That could be one of the things you were thinking of. Swung on and missed. Count goes to 1-2. The other thing is the Portland mayor went on record as being in favor of the idea of tearing down Lloyd Center, and 1-2 pitch swung on, hit out to left field. Does not appear to have the distance. Carter Monda makes the play. F7 the put out. So the Portland mayor on board with the idea to raise the Lloyd Center and build a ballpark there in hopes of attracting an MLB team. So it could be either of those things. Walker Stadium will continue to be our stadium for the foreseeable future. Hit down the third base line. That ball is fair. Hitting first and standing up with a double, Evan Cloyd. Second time he's been aboard tonight. It would be extremely on brand of this team to start a 2-out rally.
I feel a rally coming. Walker Stadium, you feel a rally coming?
There is rumors that Las Vegas Raiders next year might share the stadium with the Vegas A's. There is that as well.
Now batting, number 10, Armando Briseño.
Here's a question for you, friends. Would you rather have the A's move to Vegas or move to Portland? Pitch on the way, swung on, popped up right side, foul. Can we remove that top of the 6th? That would be nice. Yes, it would be. Yeah. Well, Woodward comes set. 0-1 pitch on the way. Misses low at 74. Count evens up at 1-1. Syncopated noise being made downstairs now. 1-1 pitch on the way. In there for a strike at 86. Briseño behind in the count, 1-2. Jackson Jaha on deck. One-two pitch on the way. Swung on. That one taken into left field, but I'm pretty sure Carter Monda's going to have it, and he does. L7 the put out on Armando Briseño, and that'll do it for your Pickles here in the 8th. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left on. To the 9th inning we go, friends. It is still 5-1 Cowlitz.
Some play for the thrill, others the fortune. But the true legends, they play for the free drinks. Voodoo Ranger Juicy Haze IPA. Live rangerously.
Welcome to Stormbreaker Brewing, located off North Lombard in St. John's, Portland. We have plenty of space on the patio or up at the bar. We look forward to getting to know you over a delicious handcrafted cocktail or one of our rotating fresh pints. Whether you're looking for something light, dark, hoppy, or not hoppy, we've got you covered. Enjoy our extensive menu for both meat eaters and vegetarians with plenty of options to go. We love our pub in St. John's and meeting everyone that comes in. Hope to see you soon.
Tired of beer that's just too bland? No problem! Introducing the amazing Voodoo Ranger IPA. It's bright, poppy, plus you can take it almost anywhere. So stop drinking boring beer and start living rangerously today.
Flew here all the way from Australia. You're tired.
Well done, Walker Stadium.
Alrighty, friends, welcome back. New shortstop for your Portland Pickles. That is Kyle Harvey taking over for Alejandro Garza. This is Kyle Harvey's first game with the Portland Pickles. McAllister walking the new baseball out to Carter Delaney after the first pitch was fouled off of Blake Haraki. I do believe that Kyle Harvey's from San Diego. Delaney comes set. Holds. Now the 0-1. Misses inside and a little bit high, ball 1. One pitch over for a strike. Count goes to 1-2. I would rather the stadium go on Swan Island as well, if we're going to continue down this conversational path. 1-2 pitch on the way, outside, ball 2. 2-2. And Josh Camp is right. The traffic in that area of town is bad enough already, and you want to put a stadium down there? No and thank you. 2-2 pitch on the way. Pops off the top of Haraki's glove. Delaney comes set. 3-2 pitch on the way. Popped foul right side. Somebody catch it, or don't. You don't get to celebrate that much. You caught it on 2 bounces. Sit back in your chair without your basketball glove. Sorry. I don't know. I'm salty. Hit to the left side, and that is just going to get past a diving Kyle Harvey into left field. Carter Monda aboard with a single.
If you're the raffle winner, show yourself. Jeremiah is getting very impatient. 630-442. Come to the party deck or at least make your presence known.
So one aboard, nobody out here in the 9th inning. Eli Lopez to the plate. First pitch on the way, bunt down the first base side. Delaney off the mound, and somebody missed an assignment. Unfortunately, the person that missed that assignment is Armando Briseño. Infield single for Eli Lopez. Carter Monda moves down to second base. Florida man. Everyone knows that you must catch the baseball in your beer cup while holding a baby. Yes, that is the proper way to catch a baseball if you didn't bring your glove to the game. Also, catching it in your full beer cup if you don't have a glove is also an acceptable solution. First pitch over for a strike on Ian Riley, 0-1. Wind of the pitch on the way, swung on. Hit to Cloyd. Nice job. Carter Delaney covering first. 3-1 the put out on Ian Riley. Meanwhile, Carter Monda advances to third. Eli Lopez to second. So runners on second and third, one down. Latre McCullum to the plate.
Guaranteed.
630-442.
Wow, an intentional walk. You don't see that terribly often. All right. So Latre McCullum given the IW. Delaney's first pitch to A.J. Singer misses wide, 0-1. Barehanded with one hand at a White Sox game. That's pretty good. 1-0 pitch on the way, misses low, ball 2. Well, friends, there's no place to put A.J. Singer. The bases are full of Black Bears. Carter Delaney finds himself behind in the count, 2-0. Pitch on the way, swung on, hit out towards center field. Kyler Stancato charges in, makes the play, long throw into home plate, not gonna be in time. Carter Monda comes in to score. Eli Lopez advances to third. Latre McCullum stays put. A.J. Singer, SF8 with the RBI.
That's the winner. Come get it.
And that ain't number 50, Brandon Larson.
Y'all are going too quickly for me to keep up. Whoever said that Cowlitz was going to score a run here in this inning, you were right. The second half of that, though, is that the Pickles would score 6 in the bottom of the frame. So we'll see. 2 outs, pitch on the way, pop foul right, left side, excuse me. Not going to disagree with you, Florida man. I think we've finally found the raffle winner. 0-1 pitch in the dirt. Latre McCullum swipes second base. To the surprise of, well, nobody up here. Second stolen base tonight for Latre McCullum. Oh, 1 pitch on the way, swung on, popped up, foul left side.
We got a winner for the 50-50 raffle. Let's hear it. What's your name? Scott.
Lay stolen base. Yeah, that it was. That it was, friend. Mo, you doing okay over there? All right. Do you need a cookie, friend? 1-2 pitch on the way. Swung on and missed. Brandon Larson down on strikes in the 9th inning, over, but not before Cowlitz pushes one more run across. Friends, to the bottom of the 9th inning we go here at Walker Stadium. Pickles have got their work cut out for them, trailing 6-1.
I do that, yeah. Christy's brother. Hey, Bob. Oh, welcome, Jeremy.
All righty, baseball friends, welcome back. To the bottom of the 9th we go. New pitcher for the Cowlitz Black Bears. That is number 23, Nate Moquin. Moquin, a right-handed pitcher from Iowa Western Community College. 0-9 coming out to tomorrow night's game. Be glad to have you here, friend. Should be a fun night at the ballpark. Well, Noah, if the Black Bears can do that, I will definitely tip my cap to them.
Number 41, Jackson Jaha.
First pitch missing away, ball one. Jackson Jaha, Blake Haraki, and Kyler Stancato to the plate. 1-0 pitch on the way, swung on and missed. Count goes to 1-1. 1-1 pitch swung on, and that one is deposited into right field for a base hit. Jackson Jaha aboard for the second time tonight.
Now batting, number 11, Blake Haraki.
So sorry that we have folks in chat offended by some fabrics, but I guess that's life. Winding the pitch on the way, swung on, popped up right side. Will it stay in play? That one will. 3P to put out on Blake Haraki, one away.
Now batting, number 16, Kyler Stancato.
Kyler Stancato to the plate. 1 for 3 tonight. Singled his last time up. Pitch on the way, over the outer part of the plate for a strike at 88-0-1. Rhythmic noise below. 0-1 pitch fouled off the plate. Count goes to 0-2. Lights now just starting to take effect on the field. Moquin's 0-2, swung on and fouled off. Count stays 0-2. No matter what, it is going to be a fun playoffs. Big question being, can anyone unseat the champs? 0-2 pitch on the way, swung on, hit to the right side. Down to second for one, Renault relay to first. 3-6 the put out. FC 3-6, Stancato aboard. Jahan no longer on the base pass. And the Pickles down to their final out.
Nigel.
Nick being a delightful presence in the chat. Glad to have you along, friend. Winding the pitch on the way, swung on. Bouncer to the third base. Chris Brown has to wait for it, throws the ball away. So Stancato moves down to second base. Nigel Calderon on at first. Inning continues. And to the plate for his first at-bat as a Portland Pickle, that is Kyle Harvey. Look back towards second base, wind and the pitch on the way. Outside, ball one. I'm sorry, what was that, Mo? Yes, he put stilts on. He doesn't quite have the same flow, though. Look back towards second base, 1-0 pitch on the way, misses low. And outside, ball two, 2-0. The throw actually didn't go into the dugout, Tommy. Just threw it away. The netting saved it, so nobody gets the extra bases on that. Look back towards second base, 2-0 pitch on the way. Swung on, slow roller towards short. Throw from third over, this time in time. 5-3 the put out on Kyle, and that will do it for the ball game and the series, friends. Your numbers across the board for the visiting Black Bears: 6 runs on 10 hits and 1 error. For your home team, Portland Pickles, 1 run on 9 base hits and 1 error. Friends, I cannot stress this enough. There are only 4 more regular season games left here at Walker Stadium. One of those games tomorrow night, Game 3 versus the Springfield Drifters. That game will start at 7:05-ish Pacific time. Come and join us in the stadium if you can. If not, pleased to be joining us here on the YouTube broadcast. Always glad to have you along. Once again, I am Mike Chex, and for everyone here in the broadcast booth, including our visiting announcer, Joey Cena of the Cowlitz Black Bears, y'all have yourselves a good evening. Go Pickles.